Did you just say that Mrs. Wheeler is actually Alice's late wife, Catherine Crane?
Yes. According to this, it says that Mrs. Wheeler is really my mother. I mean, how can Mrs. Wheeler be my mother? My mother died when I was a child. What if she didn't? What if your mother's death was to cover up running off with Louise's father?
Mrs. Wheeler certainly does know a lot about Harmony and the Cranes, but to have abandoned you and Julian to be with my husband, I find that hard to believe.
Card says Mrs. Wheeler is your mother. Now, if that's true, you know what that means, right?
Louise.
The card says that Mrs. Wheeler is really your mother, that she didn't die when you were young, that she ran off with my father instead, and that she's the reason we had to send Paloma away.
Louise.
So do you know what that means?
It means the end of Louise and Sheridan.
It means that even though Alistair is in a coma, he's still trying to tear us apart.
What?
Sheridan, he must have planned this when he found out that we were going to have a wedding.
It's just like my father to not leave anything to chance.
Alistair knew that I thought Mrs. Wheeler was nothing but a selfish piece of trash who didn't care that she destroyed my family. Now, if you forgive Mrs. Wheeler for lying to you, if it turns out she is really your mother, I can never forgive you for that, and we can never have a wedding.
That's what I was afraid of.
Well, now there's no reason to be afraid.
My father is so horrible. I mean, to think that he almost tried to stop us from getting married by telling such an outrageous lie.
Is it a lie? Or is it the truth? Could Mrs. Wheeler be Catherine Crane?
I need to calm my nerves, freshen up.
All right, fine. I'll take you to the bride's room.
No, you know what? The sacristy's closer. Let's just go there instead.
Sure.
Oh, no, they can't find us here.
What are we gonna do, Marty?
Papa.
And his whore.
You got some nerve coming here.
Papa wanted to see you get married, Luis. He loves you.
I don't want his love, okay? You're nothing but a coward and a traitor. So you're hiding out in here just like you were hiding out in Mexico all those years.
Louise, please understand. Martin didn't want to upset you. And I didn't want to upset Sheridan. Out of respect for you, we came in here.
Could she be Catherine Crane? Could she be my mother?
If you respect us, then get the hell out of here, okay?
We'll leave, but what Paloma said is true. I love you, Luis, and I wish you and Sheridan every happiness.
I do too.
Just go.
Martin had plastic surgery to alter his looks. And Rebecca thought Mrs. Wheeler had had work done as well.
I felt connected to Mrs. Wheeler from the moment we met. I thought she was my mother more than once. What if she is? What if it's true? What if she is my mother? Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Are you okay?
The card says that I'm Sheridan's mother.
Whatever, we know it's a fake, okay? Just one of Alistair's tricks to try and stop us from getting married. Just forget it and leave.
No, wait a minute. Why are you so upset? Is the card true? Are you really my mother?
This is it. Catherine's finally gonna tell Sheridan that she's her mother.
Please, answer me. Are you my mother?
Sheridan, she's not, okay? Look, this is just another one of Alistair's tricks to try and stop our wedding.
Louise is right. I'm not your mother, Sheridan.
Come on, let's go.
If you're leaving, I am too.
Paloma, no. You stay. I want you to be with your family.
But you and Papa are my family.
Paloma, you are Sheridan's bridesmaid. You have to be here when Father Lonigan gets back to finish the ceremony. I don't want you to disappoint your brother and Sheridan. Please. Please stay for me.
Okay.
Damn it. Martin and Catherine can't leave. There won't be anything to stop Louise and Sheridan from getting married.
Wait.
Why are you stopping them?
I think Mrs. Wheeler is lying. I think she really is Catherine Crane.
No. It's ridiculous.
No, it's not. Sheridan felt a connection with you from the moment she first met you in Mexico. Julian felt that you reminded him of his mother, and then you tried to kill Alistair twice that we know of, and it didn't make any sense that a stranger would do that. And then you admitted to knowing Alistair and Catherine all those years ago in Harmony.
And then, when we had Antonio's memorial service, I found you in the cemetery at my Aunt Rachel's grave.
I was just
And Rachel was Catherine's sister. And Rebecca thought that you were a woman of means, just like Catherine was. Your face may be different, just like Martin's. But your eyes, and your voice, and your height, your body type, everything is the same, like I remember Catherine's.
You know, we're leaving.
No, Martin. You're not. When you disappeared all those years ago, Catherine hadn't been seen in days, and Alistair said that she had taken a turn for the worse, that she was too sick to see any visitors. And then he announced that she had died. He insisted on not having an open casket. Why? Because you weren't dead. Were you? You were living with my husband in Mexico. Admit it. You are not Elle Wheeler. You are Sheridan's mother, Catherine Crane.
Make her confess, Pilar. Make Catherine admit who she is.
Admítelo. Admit it. You are Catherine Crane.
Mama, stop, all right? This is crazy. There's no way that she is Sheridan's mother.
Yes, she is, Mio. I'm sure of it. This is Catherine.
I felt a connection to her. How could she be my mother?
Pilar, please, back off. Now, don't take your anger at me out on Elle.
Don't you tell my mother to back off. You're the one who started this whole mess by running out with her.
We didn't run off to be together.
What, Papa? What were you about to say?
Martin, please, let's leave. Let's go.
I knew that Alistair was cruel to Catherine. We both knew it, Martin. We feared for her safety.
Pilar, that's enough.
I remember all the times that I found Catherine crying. She tried to love Alistair. But in his eyes, she could never measure up to Rachel, her sister.
Please stop it.
Catherine, she feared for herself. She feared for her children, Julian and Sheridan. They were her life, her pride and joy. She tried to protect them from Alistair's rage, but she was no match for him. Were you, Catherine?
Is Pilar right? Are you really my mother?
Oh, Sheridan.
Look at her eyes. Those are a mother's eyes, your mother's eyes. Admit it. You're Catherine Crane. Admit who you really are.
Yes. I'm Catherine Crane. I'm your mother, Sheridan. I'm your mother.